Tonight I am submitting a resolution to relocate the Talbot Boys statue from the courthouse grounds to the Cross Keys battlefield near Harrisonsburg, Virginia. At this time, I've secured a commitment from the American Battlefield Trust to accept the Talbot Boys, as well as commitments to fund the move at no cost to Talbot County taxpayers. Cross Keys Battlefield is an appropriate new home for the Talbot Boys, where the monument will be cared for with respect and be part of a teaching history for generations to come. Since our community learned of my proposal, I've received a lot of questions, but one of the most frequent has been, why move the Talbot Boys out of Talbot County? The simple answer to that is no one wanted it. No one wanted to subject themselves, their business, their organization, or their government to the backlash from agreeing to accept the Talbot Boys on their property. But the people of Talbot County elected me to make a decision and use my judgment to make Talbot County better. And some decisions are harder than others. I believe that moving the Talbot Boys to a historically appropriate place of respect and allowing our community to move forward is the best for Talbot County. I would never have thought that this would be the defining issue of my first term on the County Council, but here we are. And it's time to bring this resolution to a close so we can shift our focus to rebuilding our relationships and coming together to build a 21st century Talbot County. I'm proud to be from Talbot County, and I embrace our history, all of it, the good, the bad, and the ugly, because it made this community the place where I chose to raise my family. And I will continue doing everything I can to help Talbot County be the place where my sons can thrive and call home for a lifetime.
For generations, the voices of Talbot County's African Americans were unheard and ignored too often. Now that they have allies across racial, ethnic, and economic divides, we are beginning to hear them and give them due respect. It is clear that the presence of this statue on the courthouse square would continue to rankle. Tonight's move is simply overdue. The monument is a misrepresentation of history, suggesting an inflated number of Talbot County residents fought against Maryland and against the United States in America's new birth of freedom. In fact, Talbot County voted overwhelmingly for pro-union candidates to a potential secession convention that never met. This monument is simply not good history. And this statue shows a young Confederate soldier, not in surrender, but going off to war in his fresh uniform to fight a lost cause. In this Excelsior portrayal from Longfellow's poem, he is ennobled, heroically prepared to give his life to preserve a way of life that was economically sustained through enslaved black labor.
That although we may not know individually why those men went off to fight, perhaps because their friend down the street was going off to fight, perhaps because they were bored, perhaps because they truly believed in what the Confederacy stood for. We don't know. But what we do know is the overarching umbrella that the Confederacy stood for. And that was most notably the enslavement of black people. And no matter how you cut it, had the Confederacy won, that would have continued on. Written within the documents of their Articles of Confederacy is for the continuation of slavery. It's written right in their articles. So we know what the Confederacy stood for. And these statutes that came about at the turn of the 20th century was basically to glamorize that lost cause movement of the Confederacy. That although they fought and lost, they fought for a noble cause. I believe that this is not erasing history. It's just relocating a statue to another location where it can live out its days. And if persons want to go travel and see it at that location, they are free to do so. But to have the statue out front that glamorizes a time and a period when not everybody was free. To have a statue out front which still has the draped flag of the Confederacy. To have the CSA on the buckle of that young man and knowing what that stood for is not appropriate for this day and time.
Because it does deserve public feedback. And there are some people out there who maybe are supportive of moving the monument, but don't support moving it to Virginia. And to have 7 days to put it out there, which it really didn't get to the public until Friday. I'm sorry, for the same reasons that I'm delaying mine, I would ask you to have a proper public hearing and let people talk about this. You're the only one who looked at, you're the only one who looked, and you alone are deciding to move it to Virginia. And I think there's a lot of people who would be supportive of moving the monument that don't want it to go to Virginia. So I do have a problem with that. I mean, I would much rather, obviously people know, I'd much rather have compromise and try to do unity and figure out if we can figure another solution. But if this is going to be the solution that passes here, the people, all of the people, deserve a proper public hearing.
You did have a change heart. You did. And I commend you for that. But I can tell you I'm not there. It's unfortunate, I think, that the way you've gone about it best you think you can do. You have. You have. And you made a decision. I don't like it. I feel it's a mistake. I think it's a mistake moving it from here. If we were going to move it, I would have loved to have the opportunity for the public to have input on where we would put it. I agree with you.
But I just want to say, for clarification, we've had opportunities to engage the public, and that's fine, we chose not to.
I'm going to speak please.
And so, to say to Mr. Villio that this is the wrong way, again, he doesn't need to come to this defense. I just want to be clear. We've had opportunity to engage the public. We've turned down invitations to engage the public.
Yes.
Our attorneys from Baltimore City, high-powered attorneys, have come consultants council to engage the public, and we chose not to. So you can't say to this man now, you're going about the right way because you didn't include the public. We had opportunity to do so, and the majority chose not to. It's not fair to now say to him, he's not engaging the public. When you had opportunity to do it, we did not.
That's your opinion.
That's the fact. That's not fair.